Welcome to the Refined Football Podcast show, and it's of course another day to discuss football, and I'm not alone in the studio today. On my right hand is CJ. So you're welcome to the studio, my
Thank you so much, my guy.
On my left is Coach Robert. Coach, you're welcome.
Yeah, glad to be here once again.
So today we are going to be discussing, it's more like the EPL Midweek Focus. We're talking about Liverpool and Arsenal. In my own book, in my own record, I would say Arsenal, they've bottled this league.
Yeah.
They've bottled the league. Last weekend, they had the opportunity of closing the gap.
And they lost.
They lost at home to West Ham.
Yeah.
To West Ham, the London derby. Then just last night, they played against Nottingham Forest. And they had the opportunity again to close down that gap. And they played out a 0-0 draw. And yesterday, Liverpool played against Newcastle United. This is a team that is gunning for the top four. And Liverpool were able to score 2 goals and not concede any. And right now, Liverpool, I think, 13 points ahead of Arsenal with 1 game.
Yeah, Arsenal has an outstanding
game.
The
Yes.
rest has an outstanding game, apart from Liverpool and Aston Villa.
Yes. And I'll say this. This is Liverpool's season.
No, definitely nobody can take away the league from them, because I think the only team that can rival Liverpool in that league for now, it's Man City. And this season, Man City
they've not been themselves.
They have been doing so bad. So coming to Arsenal, Arsenal is kind of like a team that has cheap preseason, is a cut gas team.
I was about to say the same thing.
So when they get to the a stage whereby you expect them to do more,
that's when they drop. They disappoint you.
It's always happening consistently. Like last season, I think last season they were kind of like on top before they entered the January season.
They were on top for 4 to 5 months.
Leading the table with at least 7 points. You understand? All of a sudden, you see them losing games, drawing matches, unnecessary games. Even in their home, they will lose games. In their home, they will play draw.
You didn't expect.
And you understand? You know, one thing I believe in leagues that give you points and edge above the bigger teams, when you meet those smaller teams and win them. They meet the bigger teams,
at least don't lose.
Take a draw from them. You understand? You see that you have maximum point, because other teams you don't know. Definitely, it's football. You don't know if they might lose or also win. So every chance is like a final.
Yeah.
So coming to Nottingham Forest game yesterday, I actually knew Arsenal would win that game, because
I was expecting a draw.
At Nottingham Forest now, I think their expectation is either going to one of the European competition,
Europa or Champions
either the
League
Europa, and I'm still seeing Nottingham Forest
in the top 4
going to the Champions League.
I see them in the top 4
because you just have I think 11 games. 11 games. And Nottingham Forest has, I would say, a more lesser opponent than the bigger teams.
They're the top 4 teams.
You understand? They have most recently they are playing the big boys, and it's like drawing the big boys,
and Arsenal
winning games.
Arsenal still has Liverpool to play.
And when
Chelsea
you understand, so
Manchester
they will definitely lose. Either Arsenal definitely, to me,
they will drop points.
And now they're having injury crisis. They will definitely lose.
And now the January transfer window was the opportunity for them to go in and sign players.
Even if they had like signed a bigger striker, see, it should still be the same thing, because see, they are what they call it insight and structure. Arsenal has this structure of like, okay, we want to win, we want to maintain, we want to fight for the trophy and do everything. But there's something missing from the team. This team I'm seeing in Arsenal is not even the best team in Arsenal.
It's not the best.
Yeah, no, they know one thing. I think they have capitalized on the transfer window. Maybe they have gotten a striker that will push opponents' defense backward.
Because they are a team that knows how to play. They are a team that knows how to keep the ball.
Yeah. But they know how to keep the ball, but they have a striker that can push the opponent's defenders back.
I watched the game against Nottingham Forest. The first 30 minutes
and not to concede.
But even saying, if we should actually say, which striker do you think now in the world as like, because if we should say we should name 10 strikers in the world now, those 10 strikers are playing for good teams, and except from Isak playing for Newcastle, which is, let me say, I would say is kind of not their priority, but at least their priority.
Yeah, I believe Isak would have been difficult to get, because Newcastle is in the same league with them, and Newcastle would not want to give their striker to.
You understand?
Yes.
And again, they are also fighting for a place in the Champions League, because the point from Nottingham Forest to Brighton is slim.
Yeah, it's not far.
You understand? Any lose, any draw,
5 points.
You understand? Definitely you drop.
So why I was even talking about them going for a striker was because they were having injury problems.
In their striking role.
Gabriel Jesus was always coming and going. Coming and Martinelli 2-3 weeks out, comes back,
Same
Trossard, same thing.
Yeah.
Then one day we heard Saka out for 2 months, 3 months. Then Kai Havertz out. This is not the
Gabriel
best
Jesus
out for the
out of
season.
the season.
This is not the best time for a team that is going for the title to start
So,
having injury problems. I know
that's
this
the
same
thing.
thing happened to Liverpool last season. At some point they were second, they moved down to third.
Yeah.
Happened to them 3 seasons ago too, same thing.
That's
Now, if you don't learn from these mistakes, this is why I say Chelsea, they've been the best team in the transfer window, but they've not been able to use the opportunity very well.
Even if you learn from such experiences.
it might be late.
No, it might not be.
If you have 2 players in this position,
you don't know what will happen along the line.
Definitely.
Just what I'm saying. You may have 2 strikers, but in the pecking order, there is one that is ahead of
Ahead
the
of
other.
the other.
Yeah.
And during the training season, use the one that is ahead to always plan
Play
for the
your
team.
yes. That's
So when
true.
that one gets injured, it takes some time for the second person
Option to pick.
to pick.
okay, now let me use Liverpool as an example. You know Liverpool don't have up to 19 players they use for the season in terms of first 11 and substitution.
Well,
But they've been able to manage this, and what the man has been doing with his squad rotation has been marvelous.
hey,
The only time you see Slot make changes is 1 or 2 players in the midfield and the attack.
that's only
He's always switching Gakpo with Luis Diaz and Nunes.
Yes.
Then in the midfield, it's either he's using McAllister,
Even Jota,
Zoboslai,
even
Gravenberch.
Jota.
Yeah, just you see, because of they have a very strong and compact team
Yeah.
that understands themselves. So just watch in a situation. If you watch Liverpool, most of their game is revolving around
Yeah.
Salah.
Yeah.
Then when people look onto Salah, Gakpo is scoring the goals.
That is why they
Just-
find it
just
very
like
easy
that.
to attack you.
Just take a
They have
situation whereby
options.
Salah had an injury out of season. Gakpo has injury out of season. Then maybe he come in their middle. Their strong man there
And,
has injury out of season.
McAllister.
It,
And
it,
coach,
will
this-
sure- it will surely
yes.
affect them.
Definitely.
You just mentioned something that caught my attention. In as much as we've been blaming Arsenal's recent poor run of form or poor result to injuries, let's not forget the fact that out of these players that are out injured, it is only Saka that has been very, very later for them.
even
And
see-
somehow Havertz.
even after
The rest, Martinelli, no.
even after
Gabriel
Saka went
Jesus,
for
you
injury,
know?
Let me just let you understand one thing. In a team, Saka has been so impressive. Kai Havertz has been up and doing, but at least he is giving
He's
up to
he's been
75%.
yes, he's very okay.
Of his time and performance. But the other ones are in to complement the effort of these other ones. You see a situation whereby when this man comes in, Martinelli comes in, he gives keeping pressure on the defense because of his runs. You know, he's somebody that has that
Yes.
attacking mindedness, that has had to attack,
more
bring out some plays that result to
goals and
goals. Do you understand me? So if without all these people, Saka himself cannot do anything because there must be some people that complement
The
his
effort,
efforts.
yes. I think that's
That's
very
what I'm
solid
saying.
point.
So
Yeah.
that is the thing. If you come to Liverpool, there are people that complement Salah. When those people are not there,
You won't see
Salah
Salah.
will not give you
Yeah.
100% as he's giving.
Yeah.
That is how
And
it
this
is.
is the one thing that I've been able to analyze about Liverpool's game. The only time Salah plays fantastically well is when Luis Diaz is playing well because he's able to draw that attention to him a bit, thereby giving him the space to always enter.
Hey, you know one
Anytime you mark out Luis Diaz, you see that Salah is going to have a very difficult game.
Yeah.
To me, though, what you actually said is kind of like the truth, though, because Salah likes, and you know, in Liverpool game, they leave Salah as okay, be a free man.
Be a free man.
Yeah,
Play as you-
enjoy
They use him as a main man
You
to
understand?
counter.
And if you watch their game, mostly if they play a team that has, that's why in the last game against Man City, Man City were lucky. If a likes of Gravenberch was not covering up Arnold in his
Yes.
wing,
You watch the game.
Doku
Yes.
would have scored
Dogu had
because
the second most take-ons in EPL,
that's
in
11.
the history of EPL.
That's
since the
11.
Octa
Yeah, the
record
first,
came out.
the first is 13.
He
has 11.
the first now currently
Yeah.
is 18.
18.
On that day he had 15 take-ons.
He-
Only he
only
took on
on
Arnold 12 times.
You understand? So you understand because Salah was not helping out.
Yes, he had Gravenberch always covering up.
So because he's
You watch
kind of
the
like
game,
a
you watch
defensive
the game,
midfielder.
yeah.
And
He was always
that's why
cutting
you see
those
once
spaces for him.
once you have bigger teams, like those years you see Madrid playing, once Marcelo go, there's always a player covering up for him because he does not have that strength to cover with it. You understand? If Salah is just like a free man in Liverpool playing,
Just
enjoying
free
the
game, ball,
game,
let him
that's why
just
he
play,
has.
enjoy
That's
it.
why he has more strength.
Because
Like
he
when
is-
you give him the ball, he's relaxed. He knows what to do.
Doesn't really
But
ball
when a
off
player
anything
is
like that.
more trouble, like going, you see him when he even gets to the goal post, you see him he will panic.
Unlike
to
Luis
score
Diaz
goals.
is always coming back to cover
Do you
for Robertson.
understand?
So
And
every
that's
time
the
you see
thing.
that
he comes
Robertson
back to take the
he
ball,
comes back,
attack
he comes
again.
back,
He plays
comes
on the
back. I
midfield.
think-
But Salah, I think he plays little from the midfield, then more from the wing, and his dropping down is kind of like, let's say, a pace of like 20 to 30%. Does not drop back at least 50. That means Salah. So if actually you see a player like that and coach is giving, okay, do this way, definitely he will. And now the team is playing, let's play for him.
Yeah.
Because definitely he will definitely,
You give us results.
you
will
understand?
perform
Because
as we expected.
if we don't, not that the other wingers are not good, not that Diaz is not good.
That is very
Because
good.
single-handedly Diaz in his countryside, Colombia,
Carried his country.
he did miracles.
Even in
Even
the
as
game,
much
they-
as the out player, he did miracles. He was actually playing. You understand? So, to me, this season, Arsenal, no. Liverpool, yes, they have actually won the league.
Yeah,
That's just the thing.
Okay, now.
So for
the league-
Arsenal,
the league is
Almost
is
done for them.
almost done.
even if Arsenal is not careful,
they might drop
they might drop
from
to
second position. Yeah,
second to fourth, because Liverpool, Man City winning
are
Tottenham,
coming back. I watched the game
they are
yesterday.
going. They are not
And,
fighting for
and,
anything.
Nottingham,
Just the FA
Nottingham
Cup.
Forest are not ready to.
They are a team that can
to
upset
leave
anybody.
to leave that,
You understand?
So now-
position.
Quick one, I want to ask us this final question before we call it a day. Let's make a list of our top 4 teams in the EPL this season. Quick one. Let me start with you, coach.
Yeah. My own.
Liverpool's already first
I know that Liverpool is there
in our list.
first. Then when it comes to Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Man City, Chelsea, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
No,
no, we are talking about the second,
no,
third, and fourth.
third, second is now for now is
okay.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Third,
Nottingham
Nottingham Forest. Fourth,
City.
City.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I see a situation where it stands as it is, but I'm seeing Arsenal coming down for Man City to be in
Take
that
hold down.
position. So I'm seeing as Liverpool, Man City, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal.
My own prediction, I think I want to go with your own because that is my own plan too. My first position is Liverpool, of course, sealed. Second position, I see Man City taking it. I'm just so confident about this. Third position will be between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. Because nobody knows when Saka is going to come back. And even if he comes back now, what is going to be his input? Because he has been match rusty.
Yeah, match rusty.
He's
He has
been
to
match
pass
rusty.
through
So my first position is
dedication.
Liverpool, second Man City, third Arsenal, fourth Nottingham Forest.
Oh, well, to me, yeah, definitely Liverpool has won the league. I would just say second position will still be Arsenal because Arsenal might drop points, but they'll still want to maintain that second because second has always been their priority. They'll say we try.
At least we try.
You
That's their
understand?
trophy every
so
season.
now, hey, we try. So I would still say Arsenal will maintain that second. Nottingham Forest definitely drop because the points from Nottingham Forest and Man City is just 3 points.
Just 3 points.
So you understand? Definitely they will drop. And I'm still likely seeing a team like Newcastle
To make it to the
come
top four.
to make it top 4.
So what's
But let's just say for now, I will not predict to the full season, but I will say for now, Liverpool first, Arsenal second, City third, Nottingham Forest fourth.
all right, thank you very much. So, unfortunately, we've come to the end of what promises to be another exciting edition on the Refined Football Podcast Show. And this is for our fans, wherever you might be watching us from, outside the shores of Nigeria or within the country. Please do ensure to follow us on all our social media pages that will pop up on your screen, and most especially our YouTube page. Do not forget to keep notifications button on. And until we meet again, from all of us at TRF Podcast, it's goodbye. God bless you all.
Thank you.